Welcome back to the Henthorn Media Podcast. This episode is with Zach McFadden of the band Groves. I really enjoyed this episode. This podcast is all about creatives trying to evolve or get to that next step, whatever that is. But it can also be about anything, because podcasting. And this episode was exactly that. I knew Zach roughly before this podcast, but never sat down for 2 hours and just, had a heart-to-heart. And this conversation went anywhere and everywhere and got me in the feels a couple times. So it took some really fun turns, because that's the power of Busch Beer, baby, which was his drink of choice. The first one to be courageous enough to go, you know what, man? Those cocktails are cool, but can we just have some beers? And I was like, hell yeah, we can. If you don't know how to drink a Busch Beer, here's the recipe. Grab yourself a can of Busch and crack it open. I mean, it's Busch Beer. This is the beer I think of when I think of beer flavor. It's right up the middle. It can't really miss. I recommend serving this in a frozen mug like so. There you go. Busch Beer. We just made it from scratch. Enjoy.
I'm excited.
This is great.
Cool.
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
Shall we, my brother?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's try this. What is it called? Busch Beer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if it's any good.
Yeah. If you forgot.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's good. You know it's good whenever you get the foam on the nose.
So good.
You know.
I love cocktails.
I
love beer.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. I like cocktails. I love beer.
Yeah. Beer.
This is my go-to.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for being the first guest to have the courage to be like, hey man, can we just have a beer?
Yeah. Well, like I was watching everything and I'm like, man, like I got to get on this, but there's just like, the fancy cocktails and like all that stuff, and I don't drink hard liquor. Like I have tried in past, but it always leads to bad decisions on my part. So
if you're a fellow beer drinker like myself,
that's the problem. I try to drink it like beer.
We drink it too fast, where you're having the same amount of like fun, but then you have like 3 or 4 drinks. You're like, oh, the night's over.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Exactly. Like it happens too fast, and then too fast. And then I try to keep going, And I'm like, well, I'll switch to beer now, and
then you're done.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, I am a fast drinker in general, like just liquids.
Yeah.
And it's almost like if you're at a party or whatever, it's almost like like a twitch or like a nervous, like just drinking, So if it's like a Mick Ultra or a light beer, it's just nice.
Yeah,
because you can have 6,
right,
and not be like blasted,
right? Yeah.
So it's a nice little, perfect little social lubricant. So
yeah, no, yeah. I agree. I've even because I have the same thing. So like I'll have a water with me as well, like
even with just drinking beer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I as soon as I get done saying something, I'll take a drink.
Yeah.
So like, if I have the water there too, I can drink the water more than the beer. I pee way more often, but it works out. It works.
But it's worth it. Yeah. No, this is like, if no one's around and I'm not trying to feel cool, just a couple beers.
Yeah.
We had some popcorn in a movie. That's like heaven.
Yeah.
That's the perfect Friday night right now. Yeah. Is that lame?
No, that's what I do on Friday nights.
Dude.
Yeah.
Popcorn, beer, movie. Perfection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and my partner, we've been playing. So they did a remaster. I have no idea how long ago this was, but the Modern Warfare, like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, they remastered it, and me and my partner have been just whooping ass on bots, like the split screen,
sure,
and like just eating popcorn, drinking beers. Just having the best old time.
It's a mental exercise I've been doing. It's like, I don't know if you can like beat yourself up with like, I wish I was more successful or had more money. Normal like guy human thoughts.
Right, for sure.
Anyone can have those thoughts. Something I've been thinking about. It's like, if I did have like $1 billion, legitimately, like
yeah,
like that, what would I still want to do? And would it always, like, as far as like a night off?
Yeah.
And it always boils down to, like, I want to barbecue, make some good food, have a cocktail or two, some beer, whatever, family time, and, like, watch a good movie.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it sounds like the best day.
And I do that all the time. You know?
So what's some of your favorite movies? When I walked in, you were playing Wedding Scene.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's, like, a good, like, background.
Yes.
I feel good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Vibe.
No, I agree.
That's like a comfort zone movie, but I don't know. I'm across the board. I love Rocky.
Yes.
Like top 5 would be like Rocky 1 or 2, probably Rocky 1, Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars. I'm a big Lord of the Rings dork. Cinderella Man, another good boxing movie.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So good.
So
Russell
good.
Crowe, he's so handsome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a cool answer for that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like, probably Citizen Kane, you know. I don't know. Anything Spielberg.
We've been watching, it's not movie related, but Netflix originals. They came out with this one called Night Agent or Night Action. Awesome.
Who's in it?
I don't know the actor's name, but it's this like Secret Service, like for the FBI, and like they're called the Night Action.
Sweet.
And and it's like all Secret Service type stuff. It's actually really cool. We just finished the second season. It's one of those shows.
Oh,
like,
it's a show. Yeah.
And it's like one of those shows where, as you're watching it, you're like, oh, I just watched a whole season while sitting
Just
down.
flies by.
Yeah.
Is there anything better than like finding a new show?
Yeah.
Like when my wife and I can't, like we're in that in between shows.
Yeah.
We're like, is our relationship okay? Like, do you still love me? Like, this is boring. We need Squid Game season 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we're gonna get a divorce. No, kidding. But it's so much. I say that because it's so much fun to have like a show to like look forward to, and have like get like Mexican takeout.
Oh yeah.
A bottle of wine, the new episode, whatever.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of Severance.
Severance, is it good?
Dude.
I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh. You'll love it.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Is it on like Netflix?
I like it. It's on Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
Which we didn't have, but there's like a free subscription and totally worth it.
Yeah.
Season 1 came out in like 2022, I think.
Oh, okay.
And a buddy of mine texted me, he's like, are you watching Severance? I was like, no, but I will. And I just threw it on, and it's got Adam Scott from Parks and Rec and Step Brothers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
More importantly, Boy Meets World. Do you know the premise of the show like at all?
No.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My show's so much better than your show. The idea is like you get this surgery called like you're severed or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And the idea is like you have your innie body and your outie body. So like let's say you have a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
And you drive to work. The moment you like let's just say like cross the opening doors to go into work, like you no longer remember your outside self, and you only know your inside self. So it's like your work body never leaves work, and your outside normal like home life always stays there. And you can't remember the two.
That would.
I feel like I did a really bad job explaining that.
But like, if that was real life, though, like,
dude, like, would you do it?
I don't know.
Right?
Because I don't.
And
like,
that's the show.
I don't necessarily.
Such a bad explanation.
Like, because sometimes I like be having a pretty bad day at work, and I'm just like, I remember something that, like my family, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that's just it. Like,
I'm
like
so good
in the show, like the innies they call them at work. They don't know their family. They don't know what outside looks like. And for them, it's like it's the coolest part about the show. Like when you first start watching it, they'll like leave work, and the moment they leave work, they're back in work. So it's just like one big work day.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Creepy, right?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do it.
But the plus side is like your outie never has to work. Ooh. Hooray!
Ooh.
But anyways, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like they do a lot of cool stuff with it. It's directed by Ben Stiller.
Oh.
Or most of the episodes are directed by Ben Stiller, and it's all produced by Ben Stiller.
Cool.
So yeah, And then today we got announced, speaking of movies and Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
July 25th, I think. It's in July. Yeah, how do you feel about that?
It needs to happen, right?
It's gotta happen.
But I don't want it to like suck. Like I don't want to be like if they ever try to make like a Step Brothers 2, don't do it. You know what I mean?
It's perfect.
Like,
another Adam Scott project.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. Like I think now is a good time for it because like whatever. Like Adam Sandler's getting older. We kind of grew up watching Adam Sandler, and like I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a good move, but
right.
I don't want to. I think there's too much space for it to ruin the original for me. So do it.
That's kind of my school of thought.
Yeah.
Like the original is always going to be there. So go ahead and make a crappy sequel.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
Right.
Like I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Like I love the original Star Wars movies. This 7, 8, and 9. Like the sequels. Like whatever. Like could have been better. Could have been worse.
Right.
Whatever your thought is. But like we still have the originals.
Yeah,
it's all cool. But yeah, like Happy Gilmore 2, I have low expectations. Cannot wait for it to come out.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
I
mean, you can't get any worse than like Jack and Jill. Or
I have yet to see that one.
Al Pacino's in it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the guy that played in Godfather. Yeah.
I know who Al Pacino is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Al Pacino.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was the Godfather.
He also
eventually
played Scarface as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that was the same guy?
I didn't know that was the same guy. No, I'm just joking. Al Pacino's in Jack and Jill. That makes it infinitely better.
Yeah,
that's so good.
I think it was like one of those things because like I think maybe like Al Pacino was like low on money, and so Adam Sandler
He's
just
struggling.
like, hey, I'm gonna write this stupid movie, and you're gonna play in it and get paid.
Even bad Adam Sandler movies, though, I still like them.
Yeah.
Like even like the bottom of the barrel ones, I'm like, it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still Adam Sandler. Like it still has that flair. I don't know if Happy Gilmore 2 is going to be out in theaters. It might just be another Netflix thing.
I kind of hope it is.
Which I wish it was. I miss like seeing like a movie theater, like that excitement of like seeing like a stupid movie in the movie theater.
And,
like I saw Benchwarmers.
Oh, really?
In the movie theater.
Nice.
And now you only get like big blockbusters, but
yeah.
And
comedy movies aren't the same. Like, I feel like
oh no, like of recent.
Yeah, like recent comedy movies are not the same.
I feel like we haven't had one since like Superbad.
Yeah, I mean, like one, like obviously, like there was some quote unquote jokes in some of the former comedy movies that probably shouldn't have been in there. Let's be honest.
Sure.
But I don't know. I feel like they're easy to like figure out. Like
right.
You're watching it and you're like, oh, okay, well, this person's gonna fall for this person and like they're gonna fall in love.
No, those are rom-coms.
Yeah,
those are different.
Listen, I don't know if you can cuss on this show or not.
Yeah, it's on the internet. We're good.
Listen. I will fuck up a rom-com.
Bro.
I love
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
My best friend's wedding? Come on. Like no joke. Okay. We're like half a beer in. Like, what's your favorite rom-com? I told you not to pick beer. What's your favorite rom-com?
Oh.
We're on a date now.
Oh, man. Favorite rom-com? I think I have to go How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is probably one of my faves.
You went right up the middle, McConaughey.
Yeah.
I love it. That's classic.
Yeah. McConaughey rom-com is top tier. Yeah. I'm blanking now on like an actual name, but like
I got to stop putting people on the spot. What's your favorite? Go. Dude, yeah, but just like again, I kind of put that in the same category as like Adam Sandler movies. They're just like chill.
Yeah. Turn
your brain off.
Wedding Crashers.
We watched that.
Sorry.
We watched that on Tuesday on my wife's and I's 8-year anniversary. We put on Wedding Crashers.
Hell yeah.
Because we're fancy.
Yeah.
We, like, our whole night was great because we got rid of the kids.
Nice.
Like for the night at my parents' house, and we went to we just grabbed dinner, did a little window shopping, got some food, and just came home and watched Wedding Crashers. It was like the best night ever.
Yes.
That movie it starts off very like bro comedy, but then it's actually a rom-com.
Yeah.
Like you forget it's a rom-com.
It's
Rachel McAdams.
As soon as I said it, I was almost like, oh my God, maybe I messed up on there. Like I said something wrong, but no. And then I was like, no, Wedding Crashers definitely is a rom-com.
It's a rom-com. Like again, even when you say Wedding Crashers, it feels like Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson. Like it's a bro comedy.
Yeah.
That's a rom-com, baby.
Yeah.
Don't let the first 10 minutes fool you.
Motorboating son of a bitch, you.
Yes. No, that's solid. But yeah, rom-coms, dude, especially if you're in the mood. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not afraid to admit it. I love a good rom-com.
I love a good rom-com.
I don't mind getting the sniffles.
No.
I'll cry during The Notebook.
Yep.
I'll cry right now.
I'll cry. Are you crying right now?
No, dude, you're crying. Shut up. I'm trying to think of this old movie. It's the only movie to win. It's a rom-com, but I believe it's the only movie to win all 5 of the major Academy Awards. It's black and white, so you know you'll love it. I believe it's called It Happened One Night.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I saw it when I was going to say film school. I didn't go to film school. I took a film class.
Nice.
And which is basically the college way of saying, like, do you want to come in for a class and watch a movie?
Yeah. And you're like, yes.
And then take a quiz on it and be like, how'd you like it? Like, it was good. Like,
that's
college.
question 1.
That's community college for you. It happened one night. Dude, it's an up the middle rom-com, but it won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Screenplay, I believe, and whatever the 5th one was.
What year was it?
40s?
Oh, nice.
Maybe. It's black and white. I think it's Clark Gable. I don't know. Let's look it up.
It is, to be
what?
Honest. Yeah. The only
Gone with the Wind, Clark Gable?
No.
It happened one night. 1934, baby.
Nice.
Yes. You'll love it. It's obviously old, but it's still
I love old
good.
Movies, so.
Hey man, love is timeless. There
is a vibe to it that like every Christmas, I always make It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
With James Stewart.
Yeah,
we watch that every year.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
That's 1946. So, fun fact: the link between those two movies, Frank Capra, he directed "It's a Wonderful Life." He also directed "It Happened One Night."
Oh, nice. I've never seen that movie, but
12 years earlier. So, if the mood strikes you for a cozy black and white movie, it doesn't suck.
Send me a text of it. I'm sure I can find it somewhere.
Dude, get some Chinese food.
Yeah.
Put on a black and white movie.
Yeah.
And just vibe out. maybe cry a little.
I love a good cry. Honestly,
let's get into it. Yeah. When's the last time you've cried?
I cry usually about once a year. And it's
dang, that's a good cry then.
Yeah.
Brother.
It's a good cry. It's usually always around like February, March. And I think I've figured out why.
Is it the seasonal depression thing?
I think it's like this seasonal depression, but I don't realize I have it.
Right.
And then I get hit with sunlight, and I'm a delicate flower, and I have so much serotonin from the sunlight that I'm like I can't control my emotions. So I'm like laying on I had my mom come over a couple weeks ago.
Mom, the sun's out again.
Literally. They had the Taste of Soulard thing going on the week before Mardi Gras, and she came and we were hanging out and did that with her and stuff, and she just stayed the night, and it was just such a good hang, And,
yeah.
Both of us have been through kind of a lot the last couple years, and we're finally grooving, and man, she left and had such a good time. It was wonderful. And then I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, I don't know, I need to cry. And my partner's like, what, are you good? I was
just from hanging with your mom?
Yeah, I was so happy.
Oh my gosh,
I was
man.
I was like, I need to cry. Yeah, I love my mom dearly, and we recently my grandma passed away in November.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And like she was very, very close to both of us.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of been like weird time, like not anything hidden, and then like, man, I was just like, whoa. I was like, I had no idea where it even came from. But yeah, so that was my good cry this year. Not trying to change the mood of the podcast.
Not at all. Like it's
good cries are good for you though. Never feel like you're.
I don't think I've done that before.
Really?
Yeah. Like that's or not. I've cried being like happy.
Yeah.
But it's usually like it's not like I'm sobbing. It's just like a man tear. Like I get like glassy eyed.
Yeah.
But you were like full on like having a cry.
Yeah. I was I was holding it in, and it was just like
it's so that sounds
screaming.
like you it just hit a nerve.
Yeah.
And it's like you didn't realize like you had such a good time. It's like you didn't realize like how bad you needed that.
Exactly.
You didn't realize you were so like off centered.
Right.
And then you got like corrected. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been miserable. Oh man, I don't know why it's clicking. That happened 2 podcasts ago. It happens when we talk about crying.
Yeah. and don't get me wrong, like my life is good.
Dude.
But literally like
you're not crying every day.
Right.
You're good, baby.
Yeah, like I feel amazing. You
Sure.
know? But like something about it. I think it was just like, whoa. I didn't realize maybe how much I missed my mom, you know, or like hanging out, you know. 'Cause like, she lives 2 hours away from me, so I don't see her as often as we should.
That's enough to be like, you're not going to see her once a week.
Yeah. And yeah, no, I just struck a nerve. Yeah.
How old's your mom? Roughly?
She is.
Or maybe she just want that out there. That was a little personal. But I'm thinking about my own mom, and she's not old by any means.
Yeah.
If she ever watches this. But I'm 33, so you're a similar age to me. So our mothers are potentially like early grandma phase, but still kicking it, still doing good. But they're, I think, approaching that age where it's like, oh man, like 20 years left? Like, how much time do I have?
Oh, yeah.
Those horrible thoughts, not to get dark, but like, oh my gosh, like for me to sound like a complete mama's boy.
Oh, yeah, same.
Is like the worst day of my life it will be when I lose her.
Yeah.
Like that's like my dad's gonna suck. Like that's gonna be its own pain for sure. Like losing a parent, but like losing your mom. Oh. Like I call her most days. Like we're very close. She's like a big cheerleader. She's just a good person.
Yeah.
Dude, she's my mom. You'll love her.
Yeah. Bring her on the pod.
Bring her on the pod. Yeah, she'll have notes.
I'll be waiting for the episode. With
her. Right. I want to have I'm gonna do a podcast with my daughter. I got like a pink foam one.
Nice.
I'm not gonna post it, but like she's like, Dad, put me on the pod. She's 5, so we're gonna do like pink lemonade and
hell yeah.
Maybe I'll post like a clip.
Yeah. You have to.
She's pretty terrifying. She's actually great. The second one, she's scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like that's so cool. Like you had such a good day with your mom.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
you admitted it. Like darn it, I think like strong men aren't afraid to be like, my mom's the shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. No.
It's like lame to like hate on your mom, or cool to hate on your mom when you're like, I don't know, 14.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But like if you're in your early 30s or late 20s, whatever, like, dude, like if you're lucky enough to have your mom around, like, come on.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I think I do that with most things, like even like music related stuff, and like I'm just so grateful, dude. Like,
yeah.
I mean, where I thought, like when I was 14, 15, like where I thought I was going to be at my age, like,
sure.
Which I'm not old by any means, I'm late 20s. I'll be 27 the 12th of this month.
There you go. Happy birthday.
Thanks. But like,
young pup,
dude, like my mindset has changed. Like I thought for sure I'd be touring with this band or like doing this thing, like, and like not working a day-to-day
you
job,
were supposed to be famous by now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's funny story.
I was famous.
I went to a jam, I don't know, whenever I first moved up here, probably 2 years ago. And there was this, I call him a kid. He was like 20, 21. So
a kid. Yeah.
And we were talking, and he's like, "Oh, so you're trying to get something going?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." Like, and he goes, "How old are you?" And I was 25 at the time, and I go,
"A kid."
I was like, "Yeah, exactly." I was like 25, and he goes, "Oh, so like this is it for you then?"
Oh no!
Like, what? And it was so.
He's 4 years younger than you.
He's like, "Oh, so this is it for you?" And I was like, "I mean, sure."
What wise words? Dude,
Yeah,
dude, he was right.
Exactly. This is my peak here.
That's a wise guy, man. Yeah. It's one thing to have those feelings like me and you do, but to have someone else verbalize it,
yeah.
What a jerk face.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Hey, let's call our moms.
Yeah, exactly.
And say, hey, this guy.
Yeah.
No, that sucks. But I feel like we're very similar. I felt like one of my favorite bands broke when they were like young, and when I turned 20 and I didn't have a record deal in my teens, I missed the boat.
Yeah.
I missed my life.
Right.
I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right, exactly.
You know? Like I always, like, legitimately every birthday, because I judge my success off that group, and like every time it was like every birthday since 19, I felt like I was 100 years old.
Yeah.
And just recently, I would say like the last 3 or 4 birthdays, kind of ironically enough, ever since I hit 30, I feel the youngest I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Like 21, like I'm messing up. 25, shit, you know, like all that stuff. Now I'm 33, and I'm like, okay, I like where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. I could bust my ass, and then I'm only like in 7 years, I'm only 40. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Like I feel like I have time.
Yeah.
You know, which we do. Like you're 20, right. You're turning 27.
Yeah.
You're good.
Exactly. Like, and I don't know. Like my mindset has changed so much on that because I've wasted so much, like, and ruined some pretty cool relationships by like in bands being like, no, dude, we have to act professional. We have to be a certain way. That's how you're gonna quote unquote make it. And like being 18 like that. And now I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'll go play for 3 people for $0. Like, sure. I get to play my music. Awesome. I should be paying you. Obviously, don't do that. You know.
Well,
but
it's a weird thing. Like, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, maybe, and reading a lot of books to try to figure out like what's the end goal? To be happy, to have the life you want, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be a famous musician, which again, all throughout my 20s, that's all I was trying to do. I want to be a rock star. Yeah. I'm going to die at UPS, or I'm going to be a rock star. Like those were the only 2 paths. And yeah, you can get caught up and thinking like, I gotta make it, I gotta do this, and then I'll be happy, or then I'll be successful, or then I'll feel whatever you're trying to feel. And like for me, not to cut you off, but like the thing that I learned I loved most about being in a band was like recording music.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking earlier before we started, like I'm putting out an EP this year.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm still doing my favorite thing that I got to do in that band, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, why do you want to be famous? You know, it's like, why? You know, and you're like, I still get to play my songs for people. It's
exactly.
Like, dude, if that's it, then like, know that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's huge.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and hey, if you're listening and like, hey, if you got the chops and you're really, really good, like, it'll work out, you know? But in the same aspect, like, I've also learned that, like, just being grateful for what you got.
It's everything.
Like, I love playing music, and I want it to be my full-time job so bad.
So bad.
But am I going to let that thought ruin the time that I'm having now anymore? No.
I don't think even if you had it, whatever that vision is, it would feel that different.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
I had a very flattering like exchange with someone recently who he's trying to be like a videographer.
Oh, cool.
And he's like, man, if I just had what you had, like, oh, I'd be so stoked, which is like super flattering. And and he's very talented in his own right and all that stuff. And like what I told him, I go, dude, it feels like the exact same. I don't feel like I'm crushing it, you know, I just started going full time, all that stuff, you know, But I'm like, it feels the same. So the advice I gave him was like, if you can just be stoked like where you're at now, because it feels the same, and then just try to get 1% better every day. So if you're happy where you're at now, and then tomorrow is going to be a little bit better because you're improving, then like you're constantly progressing, and then you're technically always happy.
Yeah.
So just try to have that mindset. The second thing too is like one of my favorite new quotes is, you can have anything you want in 5 years time, but there's one rule.
What is that?
You have to know what it is. That's it.
Oh, like that's
it. Because most people
but
be laser focused on it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like I want to be a rock star, but be like, really think about it. In 5 years, like where would you like love to be? Every aspect of your life, and then over 5 years you can get to it.
Yeah.
And I bet most things you want, you probably have 90% of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
yeah, I just want to be in a band. You got that. Yeah. I want to play live shows. You got that.
Exactly,
And I mean, I think maybe that's why I feel the way that I do. You know what I mean? Like because I have like, all right, where do I want to be this time next year? And then I'm like, oh, I want to tour.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've done that. Like what else? What's something else that you haven't done that's like realistic? And it's like, man, I don't know. I've the last couple years of my life have been like so good that I'm like
That's awesome.
I'm on this positive train to where I'm just like, hey man,
whatever,
everything's good.
That's a good train to be on.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know. I think I spent too much of my time in previous bands and stuff like worrying about making it and not having fun.
I always disliked that phrase. Like, and I would use it and think about it all the time too, but it's like whenever like the pressure of making it became bigger than like
the quality of
is
music.
This music, do we like it?
Right. Yeah.
Or someone would be like, let's write a style like this, because I think we'll have a better chance of making it.
Yeah.
That was like my kryptonite. Like, no, I want to write something that it hits a nerve with me.
Exactly.
And then we put it out, and then like that's why I'm doing this. Like the only reason I ever wanted to make it was just so that I didn't have to work a 9 to 5, so that I could live in a studio and just make music. I just wanted more time to make music and more money to make music. Like that's all I wanted. It's like it's my happiest place. It's just writing songs and then performing them and talking to fans or whatever. Like that's the best.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I don't know, it's like you said earlier, like sometimes like what you think that you want is usually you already have, and
we have most of it. Like we're lucky enough that we live in 2025.
Yeah.
It's like if you had to switch lives with like the richest person in the world like 80 years ago, you wouldn't want to do it.
No.
Like, do they even have warm water like in 1900? Like I don't know. Like we have it so good.
Yeah.
Like we're in my basement right now. We have beer and Adam Sandler movies, popcorn,
candle.
We have a candle. Yeah. Things are good.
Good hangs.
Yeah. Like it's fine.
We're not worried about getting like the plague. Or like
not anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. That's true.
It's like
what a crazy time.
Was it Dwight from The Office who said like we needed a new plague?
Yeah. That meme was too true.
Too true. Yeah. Speaking of the plague, this is like, my basement was like my COVID project.
Oh really?
Because it's an unfinished basement.
Yeah.
But I tried my best to like put a lot of lipstick on it to where it feels at least kind of cozy.
I love it. Like I said that whenever I came in, like the vibe in here is just, I don't know, it's cool,
Thank you.
And then obviously, being a musician and all your stuff is up here, and it's intimidating. I remember the Yesterdays played a show. This was my old band. Excuse me. And we were opening up for The Wild and Free.
Oh, cool.
At Blue Diamond.
Yeah.
And you were so nice to us. Like you...
I'm so happy it's going this way. Like you were the biggest jerk.
Like Yeah, this is the whole reason why I got on here, is just to talk about.
Now
how
that
good
I
of a
got
game-
you on the internet.
No, like you were so welcoming. Like we had never been in a green room before, and you were like, "Hey, you want to crush White Claws in the green room with me?"
Yikes!
I
Do
was
we
like,
have White
"Yes."
Claws? What year was this?
This was probably this was pre-COVID.
Okay, that's 2019 was like 18 and 19 was like the year of the White Claw.
Yeah, it was like I want to say it was like first of 2020.
It might have been that January 2020 show.
Yeah.
We had one at Diamond right before
I'm trying to
COVID hit. It was probably that one.
I'm trying to think of who else opened. There was a touring band that opened as well.
Yes, I can't remember who it was.
But either way,
yeah, we shared some White Claws.
you were so nice, and you were like,
man.
"Hey, just come in the green room and hang out with us." I was like, "Oh man, I made it." You know?
Stop it!
But then you guys,
the green room at Diamond. Let's go.
I was like, "This is cool." And
That's amazing.
There was a couch in there, and it was a good vibe. But you guys were setting up the matching cabs, and it looked so professional. And the stage setup was just on point, and
It might have been one of those the empty cabs.
Yeah. No, I was talking.
There's no speakers in them.
So I was telling this exact
stupid.
story to Dan.
Oh yeah.
Dan Kearns that used to play with you, and
He'll be on next week.
oh really?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah.
You'll have to mention the story too.
Okay.
But anyway, I was like talking to him about it, and I was like, "Yeah, what was even in those cabs?" I was like, "They
Candy.
look awesome," and he was like, "Nothing," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Dan and I, he's like my daydream music partner in crime, where we would just I don't know. We grew up, I feel like, more of music fans.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when we were in a band together, it's like, how do we have a cool stage presence, or just trying to do that next level to stand out and just, I don't know, put on a show. So when we started our second band, we're like, we'll have these new cabs, and we'll have this look, and we'll get a girl singer, it'll be this thing, you know, and it worked for a bit. So it was fun.
You guys were always the cool thing that I've noticed with playing music, especially with the original scene, you know, you've got your very egotistical people that don't want anything to do with you. You know, they're a St. Louis local band, and they still treat you like you're they're gods, you know. And then you got guys like how you guys were, and not trying to pump your tires too much, but
keep saying nice things.
yeah. But I don't know, you guys, I think that's what more of not only the music community and the arts community needs, but just the whole world is I don't know, just be nice to your neighbors. You know, invite them over into the green room unless they're really weird.
Just give people White Claws and be cool, dude.
Dude, I was,
and now we're having beer.
Yeah, that was such a, I don't know, it was such a cool memory. And it really I don't know, because in my head, you know, like you were talking about with that person that helped you out with the film stuff.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, oh, this is a band that has made it, that is from St. Louis.
Wow.
And I want
crazy.
I want to model what I'm doing.
And my gosh.
And then you guys were just yeah, man, yeah, come hang out in the green room with us.
That's
cool.
A wild perspective. You're slightly younger than I thought you were. Not that you look bad, you look amazing.
Thanks.
But you're 26 now, so
yeah.
So at the time you're 21.
Yeah, I was.
You're a kid.
Yeah.
You're a baby.
Baby.
Yeah, and I mean, that is younger. Where, at that time, just to get totally name droppy, we did at that show. We just got back from recording with Matt Squire in DC, which was a big deal for that was not a casual thing. We scrapped. I worked a second job to pay for that. But it was, we got to do our first big single, with the guy who made records that I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
And then we played that show. So it was, but still, even doing all that, I promise you, I probably felt exactly how you did. Like nothing's happening. We don't have a record label.
Right. Yeah.
We're just trying our best, you know? So it sounds super flattering the way you're saying it, but in all reality, I'm you're a nice guy.
Yeah.
would you like a White Claw? Like we are peers. Like, it's cool. Yeah, because like, what's the alternative? Like, if you meet like a famous person and like, I don't know, whatever band, and they're not cool, like that sucks.
Right. Yeah.
That sucks. And not that I'm saying I was like in a famous band at all. Like, we were we
right.
were very local band. That's not what I meant. But I'm just saying, if you do meet someone that like you want to grab a beer with and they're mean, like that's the worst.
That is
it's the worst.
It really isn't like, and I mean, just like that's how I just try to be respectful and like nice to anybody.
Yeah.
And like, is that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, that was just such a genuine moment and very cool. Cause like most of the people that I had met, cause I wasn't from St. Louis, I'm not from St. Louis. I live here now.
Yeah.
But like, so coming up here for shows and stuff, like, you would meet people that were just like not cool. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Well, I'm just
St. Louis has a lot of cool people. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, you would meet like very awesome people,
sure,
and like very genuine people. But like, there would be times where you're like, it's like, dude, come on, we're playing a showcase show.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 bands on the bill, and you're only playing to the other bands.
Yeah.
Why do you got to be a jerk?
Sure.
Like, and act like you're better than us.
You're not the lead singer of Train.
Yeah.
Relax. I love Train, but I hear the singer's a bit of a diva. Maybe I just made that up, but
so am I.
I've heard that.
I'm a diva too.
We love rom-coms.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love Train. Those first 3 records, man. I loved all the Train records up until Save Me San Francisco. I mean, that was my last favorite Train record.
No, I gotcha.
After Save Me San Francisco, it got weird. It's like they were back, and then I felt like they were trying to write hits after that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking about Train. Yeah, but it's like if music scene, office jobs, you're gonna have cool people.
Right.
You're gonna have people that suck.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like you said, like, can we all just be nice?
Yeah.
I
like,
feel.
Damn.
Yeah, just be cool. Like, I don't know. It even in small interactions, like if you're at the grocery store or a gas station, like, can you make someone like slightly in a better mood after they met you?
Yeah. I know for a fact at least 7 out of 10 times I can make somebody in a better mood.
Yeah, that's a gift.
I'm just
most people don't even think about it.
I think some people might be like, yeah, right, dude. But
those are the 3 out of the 10.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I carry my weight. Like, I want to be in a good mood. So why would I intentionally try to make somebody else not? You know what I mean?
Man, yes, you're saying a lot of things I feel. Like, regardless if I'm having like the worst or best day ever, like when I go out in public, I am, maybe it's bad, I'm wearing a fake face. I'll smile, I'll be polite, you know. Like, I'm sure I have my bad moments, of course. But like, I don't know, when you're out in public, can everyone just kind of fake it?
Yeah, literally.
Little, like, we're all struggling. Like, being alive is hard.
Right.
Can you just make it suck a little less, please?
Like, I'm just trying to make it back home to play my Call of Duty. Yeah. And
watch a rom-com.
Watch a rom-com.
Take it easy.
And get Mexican takeout. You know what I mean? It's like,
are you reading my diary?
Yes,
maybe. So you said you have a partner, a lady friend?
Yes.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for 3 years.
Hey, in 26? Oh boy. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Propose on the podcast. Just ask personal questions.
Yeah. She's awesome, man. Like, I can't say enough about her. Like she's just super cool. My best friend, truly. And
dang.
Like, dude, like, honestly, like, it sounds like cliche, I guess, but like, if it wasn't for her, I don't think that I would be as like positive mindset as I am.
That's awesome. Like, she betters you.
Yeah, well, for sure. But like, she, but she does it in a way that doesn't feel like I have to, you know? Yeah. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Like, she's just like, listen, you're the adult of your life. you're going to make decisions, and there's going to be consequences based off your decisions, whether they're good or bad. It's up to you to figure out if you're going to be doing the good or the bad. And like, she's going to get
lets you figure it out.
Yeah, she's going to get her master's to be, a licensed therapist. So there's probably some.
Oh, so you're after her money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I told her, I was
like, I'll be the artist.
Yeah,
you be the doctor,
yeah.
And like, you're so pretty.
Yeah. I literally.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, dude.
You're a really bad person. I thought you were a nice guy.
Yeah.
You're not.
It's that fake smile we were talking about.
Yeah, man, you're full of it.
No, she I did tell her though, just joking around, that like I was like, whenever you get your own practice, I'm just gonna be a musician.
Sure.
And she was like, okay.
She's like, I'm cool with it.
She was like, okay, we'll see about that. And but no, she's awesome. Seriously, like best
Congrats.
friend. Like we literally are like,
those are the best relationships. Where
Yeah.
It's like your best friend.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, every night
Yeah.
feels like a sleepover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're eating popcorn in bed, watching a rom-com on the projector in the bedroom.
Just
you know?
vibing.
Yeah, it's so cool. But like, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, no, she's just awesome.
That's awesome, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like you're 26. I got married at 25, which at the time, like we were talking about earlier, felt like I was a super adult.
Yeah.
And I'm still young now, so I'll whatever. But just even being 33, looking back at 25, it's like just that small jump. I'm like, I was a child.
Yeah.
What? Why was I getting married?
Exactly.
That's insane. But I wouldn't change a thing. Like it's just like we were just kids and we just went for it. And I don't know.
So where did you grow up? Did you grow up in like a small town? Or
Kind of. St. Louis, St. Charles area.
Okay.
More refined. St. Paul, Missouri. It's like O'Fallon, Missouri, if you know where that's at.
Yeah,
It's basically O'Fallon, Missouri.
Okay.
Like literally, like it says like O'Fallon, Missouri, you cross into St. Paul, and then there's my subdivision.
Oh, nice.
So like O'Fallon, Missouri, St. Paul area is where I grew up since I was 6.
Nice.
So
like, excuse me. So I'm originally from like St. Francis County, like Park Hills, Farmington.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were Missouri, just down south.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I moved to Fredericktown. That's where me and my partner eventually met.
Mm-hmm.
But I was curious, like, so down there, it's like I remember growing up, my dad being like, "Hey man, you're 21. Better find the one."
Dang, what?
Yeah, like, hey, get married.
21?
Yeah, like not even necessarily my dad or like that age, but like
A little pressure.
well, no, there's a pressure down there that's like, you got to get married, you got to have kids, you got to do the whole thing, and like,
what?
yeah, it's just a small-minded
Trading
thing.
livestock back there too.
Yeah,
I want your daughter. Here's my goat.
yeah, exactly. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, I mean, like, maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion a little bit, but like,
Or maybe not enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
To me though, like every time that me and Court go down there, I think I said her name earlier, but whenever me and Court go down there, like to see our family and stuff, it's always like, we need to get some kids. And it's like, dude, we got our dog, we're good.
Kids are the best, but like in good time,
Yeah.
like whenever you guys are ready, like I would never like pressure someone to have kids.
Yeah.
But it's like, put it this way, like I've always said, like before I had any kids, I wanted 4 kids. I want 4 kids growing up. You
Really?
know? Yeah, I've always wanted 4 kids. Like that was like, because I'm one of 3, and I was like, yeah, 4 feels good.
Yeah.
But future me felt like a super adult. Like he'll have money and life is figured out.
He'll be famous. He'll have
Especially
a
by
record deal.
33. Like I thought I would be not wearing Converse shoes, and like I'd be a grown up person.
Yeah.
But I still look like I'm 12.
Yeah.
Not look like I'm 12. I dress like I'm 12. Every time we found out we were having a new baby, my reaction was like, oh shit. Like every time,
Yeah.
Everything I asked for or prayed for, whatever, has, as far as like having a family, has played out exactly how I thought it would, and every
Right.
time it's felt like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it's always worked out. It's
Yeah.
great,
For sure.
Yeah, kids are the best.
Yeah.
My phrase for it is it's unfortunately the best.
Yeah.
Like however hard and annoying it is, because it does. You have bad days.
Oh, I'm sure.
It gets hard.
Yeah.
But however hard it gets, yin and yang, whatever you want to call it, you get the opposite return where you feel like a love you never felt before. Especially like the older they get. Yeah. It just gets better.
Right.
You know, like,
and then it'll taper back down at like 13.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll come back around. Yeah, the first year of your kid's life, like stupid baby, like who cares? Like you hold it, it's like, all right, I guess this is it. Yeah. But like once they can like give you a hug or call you dad, or they start becoming like a person, dude, it gets so good.
Yeah. My dog smiles at me whenever I walk into the door. And
Dogs are great.
I'm like, tearing up, you know.
Dogs are great.
No, the reason why I asked that though is like, so was that like the motive growing up? Like,
what's that?
Like, I got to graduate high school. I got to go to college. I got to get married early. I got to have kids by this age.
I never planned it out that way.
Yeah. For
sure. Again, I thought I was going to be a professional musician.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Whoops. No, like I was trying to go against the grain. I was like, I didn't want to go to college.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get a business job. I didn't want to do the traditional route. I was very angsty about it in my middle class home, you know.
Right.
I think I would have been more successful if I was less loved.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I'm like half joking.
Yeah.
But I have awesome parents.
Right.
But the problem with that is they were awesome parents.
Yeah.
You know, so like when I was like, I want to be like a musician, you know, it's like, that's great. You're going to business school and you're, you know, and you're, which is still like, it was, of course, like they want you to, you know, like they didn't do anything wrong, of course.
Yeah.
Even if I had to do it all again, I probably would do the exact same steps. But if I had a drunk dad and a mom that left us or whatever, and I just had my guitar, like I maybe would have.
You're probably gonna write something cool.
You're probably gonna you're gonna be all in.
Oh yeah.
And like looking back, I worked my absolute hardest to like make the music thing happen. Like gave it my best, but I wasn't all in the fact of like I had tests to study for, I had papers to write, I had a 9-to-5 job I was working. I wasn't spending every working hour doing music. I would go to school, like in my college years, like when I was 21, I would go to University of Missouri, St. Louis from like 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. And then I would work at UPS from 2:30 to 11. Wow. And then I would have band practice from like 11 to like 1 a.m. And I did that for like 4 years or like 6 years, whatever it was. So it was just too much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. It's like,
and then I met Sarah when I was 19 and fell in love and married her, baby.
Yeah. Locked it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like Court, like going with the school stuff, like she is such an inspiration to me, like for work ethic. Yeah. Dude, she's working a full-time job, like works like her day to day. Like 7 to 4 was her shift. Sure. She does behavioral health. You know, like she's a caseworker, like she's dealing with a lot of different personalities, like a lot of stressful situations sometimes. And
absolutely.
Like, and then she went to practicum, like her therapy session stuff, and did that till 7:30. And now she's back at the house doing schoolwork. And I'm like,
what a loser.
I'm like, dude, I don't know how you do it, but
getting after it.
Like, yeah, and like whenever I come home, like luckily I just had a position change at work, so I'm not, you know, working out in the field anymore doing construction. So I have a little bit more energy to go home and like run, you know, doodle a little bit on the guitar. But like I was like, man, like when I get home, I want to eat dinner and chill. Like I don't know how you're doing any of that, you know.
Sure.
So, like even stuff that I love, like I've noticed like for the music stuff, I have to take, like I usually take November, December, January off, like from booking. Usually I'll book in like January.
Yeah.
But like I try not to do any shows. I try to just chill, like maybe like look at merch ideas, like do something kind of productive.
Yeah.
But like I try to get away from it all because we have so much family stuff, both of us come from split families, so every Thanksgiving it's 4.
It's a lot.
It's 4 Thanksgivings, and then a friend's Thanksgiving, and then like same thing with Christmas. So like we always got a lot of stuff to do, and so playing shows on weekends is kind of,
especially during the holidays.
But like whenever I'm in it, and like that's all I'm thinking about. It's like I get home and I'm booking shows and I'm doing all this stuff, but like I gotta have a little bit of a break.
It's good to recognize that.
Because, also, too, because, like, I love music so much, I don't want to get burnt out.
Yeah. I just heard that recently where, who's the number 1 chess player in the world? Magnus? Somebody?
Chess?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You don't follow chess? You loser.
I don't even know how to play chess.
Really?
Yeah, swear.
Oh, dude. I'm not good at it, but I can teach you.
I'll pass. Respectfully.
I'll pass. Yeah, good call. Because that's for sure not happening today. I don't know why I said it like that.
I thought like right now you were like, hold on, dude. Have I got something for you?
Oh no, definitely not. Whoever that guy is, he was saying this thing where he's just like, how he becomes the best chess player in the world is he keeps it fun. He keeps it like play. He doesn't make it a discipline where he's like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to be the best.
Right.
It's like if he feels like he's working at it, he stops.
Yeah.
He keeps it light. So that's kind of like your approach where it's like, if it feels like a chore, I'm going to take a step back and then approach it from a good place. I just read this book called Don't Believe Everything You Think. And that was like a big theme, whatever, in that book of just like keeping things light and approaching your passions from a place of like excitement and not out of fear. So not being like, I gotta make it, I gotta do this, I gotta, where it's like, oh, you're stressing yourself out. But from a place of like enthusiasm, like how a kid will just like pick up a box of crayons and want to color. Approach your creative aspects or your aspirations with that same kind of excitement.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and I don't know, like, the music is so much fun. Like, everything about it is cool. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
like the booking is like, that's another challenge. I hate booking personally. Like,
I've never had to do it, thankfully.
Like,
that was always Dan.
Dude, going on the website of the venue, looking up who's playing. Oh, this band only has the headliner. Let me look up their booking agent. Let me look up the venue's booking agent. Let me sell my band on why I should play this show. Let me give them stats on why I can bring a crowd. It's like, it's just, that part of it is exhausting, and I hate it so much. But, like, it all kind of works out because sometimes it's kind of fun. You get that response. You're like, oh, my God, what?
We got a show. Yeah. Let's go.
And, like, and then you play the show, and it's so much fun. Like, everything that you've ever been worried about booking or, the show, being nervous or whatever, it just kind of all goes away and you're in the moment.
You're just playing.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's so good.
Which brings us to our one of the topics I want to get to you with today is your band.
Yeah.
Indie rock trio,
yeah.
Groves from St. Louis, Missouri.
Woo woo.
What's up with that? No more solo artists, no more Zach McFadden. It's now band.
Yeah.
When did that happen? How did that happen? What's up with Groves?
So, excuse me. So I have to say this. You said McFadden.
Is it not McFadden?
No.
Is it McFadden?
Yeah.
I've been calling you McFadden in my head for the entire time I've met you.
Really?
I am so sorry.
No, that's hilarious.
That just shows you I can't read.
Yeah. No, I didn't, and I also didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was just like, I heard that and I was like, whoa.
Why did you say that? Now I got to delete it. Yeah. McFadden.
Yeah.
It still sounds weird now.
Like the former football player Darren McFadden.
McFadden.
Yeah, I think that's his first name anyway.
Let's change it to McFadden.
Might as well.
My apologies. Yeah.
No. It was just funny. I've never heard that before.
I've never heard anyone not be able to read my name, which sucks. I've known you for like 3 years now. Too.
Yeah. But luckily, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Most of our friendship has been social media based.
Very.
Like, I think we've really only...
This is only like the third time we've been in a room together.
Exactly.
We did the Drive Away music video with Dan, your music video, now this.
Yeah, well, and technically
and the show.
Yeah. So 4 times. So, yeah.
And there was that surprise party you threw me where everyone was chanting my last name for 30 minutes.
But yeah, no. So originally being from Southeast Missouri, Me and my partner Court, we needed a change of scenery from the small town vibe, for obvious reasons, But we wanted to leave for us and just get out of there. And I was sitting there for a couple months, and I'm like, man, I'm not doing nothing. Like, I'm not even going in the bedroom to play guitar unplugged. Like, I need to get in the groove. So
sure.
I tried getting a couple jam sessions going with a handful of guys, and this drummer was playing with 10 other people, and this guy was playing with 3, and
it's how it goes. I need a commitment.
Yeah, and I was like, and they didn't know me, so how are you gonna commit to a guy that's like, yeah, I want to do these songs that I wrote, and I
want to be in charge.
Yeah, and I didn't even really mean it to be like that, but that's exactly how it sounded, and so they were like, well, I can't really commit to anything, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I did the solo stuff for a little bit, and it was cool, but I'm a pretty shy guy, pretty anxious guy at times, and
would never know it, man.
I don't know how to brand myself. I don't have the confidence level of being like, yeah, I'm Zach McFadden, and
it's pronounced McFadden.
Yeah. I don't
get it right, dude.
I don't have that energy, and for people that do. Awesome. I love it.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I can't, because I don't know. It's not a worthy thing or a feeling less than thing. It's just I don't have the confidence, or not even really the confidence. It's just I don't want to. You know what I mean?
It's hard to put yourself out there, and I like branding things or a band or even this podcast, green microphones, yay, color schemes and the art style. I love doing that, but I'm like you, where I always felt bad, or weird or uncomfortable putting myself out there.
Yeah.
And that's what Dan Kearns was always good at.
Yeah.
He was very good at be like, this is what this project is.
Yeah.
Like it, subscribe it, love it. This is the band. Check it out, and he's so unapologetically good at that.
Yeah.
And
I am not.
So it's but that's good. I mean, I'm sure you can improve on it,
for sure,
if you wanted to, but or maybe it's a good thing to recognize it. I don't like this part of this job.
Yeah.
And to find your Dan Kearns to be oh, this is the greatest project ever, and I'm gonna shout about it, and I'm gonna post about it. I always had this horrible or this fantasy of I'll just make good music and people will find it.
Yeah.
And they'll recognize how good it is, and then they'll like it without me ever talking about it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Terrible way where Dan has no problem shoving it to people's faces.
Yeah. And
God bless him.
I'll do this stuff. This is fun. But I can't have the phone on me and hey guys,
what's up?
I'm just getting my morning coffee.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Just filming my intros, which I do right here.
Yeah.
On this other side of the table, is the most awkward thing ever. One, filming it, and then when you think you got a good take, B, editing it.
Yeah.
Which you think you hate the sound of your own voice.
Yeah.
Try actually seeing yourself talk.
Right, yeah.
Or try to be slightly funny. You're like, this guy
sucks,
This guy
dude.
sucks. Like, I didn't realize how, like, I thought I was a relatively confident person.
Yeah,
Until I started filming myself. I'm like, I have so many insecurity issues.
Right.
Like, my confidence has never been lower. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, it's horrible.
Absolutely.
But it gets easier slightly the more you do it.
One thing that I've noticed is, like, I'm just happy with myself now.
That's huge.
So, like, I feel more confident with that. I think a lot of it was, like, I didn't, 3 years ago, I hated myself. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't
early 20s.
Yeah, it was just
20s are tough.
Yeah, they are.
It's
so tough.
It's
dude.
all hard. But yeah, so you're like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
kind of a hard time.
Right, and we moved up here and like started doing the solo stuff, and it was going cool. I actually went on my first tour. Like,
it's amazing.
Like solo. I booked everything. I booked every band for it. I drove myself in my little Hyundai Elantra. I slept at truck stops in the back seat. Like, oh my god, it was exhausting, but the coolest memory that I have in my music career.
You did it.
I mean? Yeah, for sure. And like, it was humbling. Like,
sure.
The first show was in Toledo, Ohio, and I don't even know if the place is open anymore. They were very small venue, bar, really. And I let the first guy go, and I was like, yeah, man, just have fun. Play and like do whatever. If you want to play a couple covers, like I saw a video of you doing Foo Fighters or whatever, like play that sounded awesome, and it was just fun hang. And then I was like, all right, I'll play now. And there was, I think, maybe 8 people there, and then
sure,
he brought them. I mean, that's kind of how it works on your first tour.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I had never been to Ohio before. I sure as hell hadn't ever played music there. I played 2 songs, and the barmaid was like, yeah, you're done.
No way.
And I was like, what?
Oh, no.
And she was like,
you're done. Oh, my God.
And she goes, yeah, maybe next time actually bring people to your show. And I was like, yo, like,
yikes.
I was like, you don't understand. It's fine. And I was like, well, I'm either going to keep playing or, like, if I'm not getting paid, I'm
oh, no.
Like, what's the deal? And she was like, no, I'll pay you. Like, I want to go home. There's no one here. I was like, okay. So, like, that
win-win.
Yeah. And I was like, so that was the first show of the
tour.
Yeah.
Like, this is going great.
I was ready to cancel the rest of them. Like, I was
man.
This sucks. Like, I'm humbled. I understand I can't do this right now. Like,
Oh, no.
Very overwhelmed.
How many shows did you have on the tour?
So I had 5.
And you were headlining?
Yeah.
So you set it up. You did the whole thing.
Yeah, I did the whole thing. I booked everything. I booked
you're like, I'm doing this. Yeah.
And I was like, nah, just do it, dude. Just do it.
Just finish it out.
You're already in Ohio. Like,
were all the shows in Ohio?
No. Like, I went from Ohio to Kentucky, back to St. Louis for a couple days, and then I was supposed to. So it was 4 shows. I was supposed to have a show in Chicago, but that got canceled because of ticket sales. And then I went up to Milwaukee, for a show, and then I came back St. Louis.
Dang, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. And like, but in Ohio, I was like, this sucks. I'm going home. I'm not.
To start off the tour, show 1,
yeah,
just slams.
And like, yeah, it was just Toledo. I don't care who hears this. Toledo, you need to get it together. Toledo sucks, dude. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Shots fired.
It's terrible. I'll never go back. Honestly.
Never had the pleasure.
Yeah, no. You don't want the pleasure. Like,
no.
Anyway, I'm not. I didn't come here to talk crap on Toledo. But,
yes, we did. Suck it, Toledo.
But yeah, so I was like, nah, just do it. You're already here. And so I kept driving. I drove through the night. I was so anxious about it that I couldn't go back to the Airbnb that I booked.
Oh no.
So I just drove. I was like, maybe if I just get out of this area, I'll feel better. So I listened to some tunes. I drove through the night. I finally got tired enough. We got me another spot to stay. And I woke up feeling way better. Ate at this awesome brunch place.
There you go.
And drove to Kentucky. I get there, and I got there at like 4 in the afternoon, and I didn't know like the drinking laws there. They just drink. They're open forever.
Nice.
So it was on the border. So technically it was.
Isn't it weird that different states have different drinking
Yeah,
laws?
that's so weird to me.
I'd never felt more like an alcoholic in my life when I was in Nashville, and this was before Yuengling hit Missouri. So I would stock up when I was in Nashville to get a bunch of Yuengling beer.
Yeah.
So I was leaving Nashville. It was kind of early. It was an early Sunday morning. It was probably like, I don't know, 10. It was like 10 a.m. Like whatever. Like wake up. Wow. Before we leave the city, let's stock up. So I had like 2 cases of Yuengling Light, trying to buy it, and they're like, "Sir, it's Sunday in Nashville. Like you can't buy that yet." And I was like,
"What?"
Hey. It's like when you have to put alcohol back on the shelf, you feel like a drunk.
Yeah, you do.
I was like, I'm not gonna drink it now.
Right.
Didn't matter. Cut you off. Please proceed.
No. So I got there at like 4, and I was like, yeah, so what time are we getting going? What time's load in? Because in Missouri, typical load in time's what, 5, 6?
Sure.
You know, whatever. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. This venue, the doors opened at like 8:30. The show didn't start until 10. I think I went on and played right at midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And like played my set. Place was packed.
Oh,
it was
cool.
Awesome. There was a bunch of bands. Like everybody was having a good time.
Well, let's go.
After the show, we went up to the rooftop and just hung out playing acoustic guitar.
Was this the next show?
Yeah, and like we were sitting up on the rooftop till like 2:30. And in the morning, I'm like, guys, I gotta be back in St. Louis. And they're like, oh man, come on, you gotta hang out with us and like stay. I'm like, no, dude, I got.
So you went from feeling like an absolute like loser to like I'm a rock star doing it.
It wasn't even that. It was just like, oh my god, I'm hanging out with these cool, like collectively like artists that are like all doing the same stuff, and we're like bouncing ideas around and like talking about future plans that we would like to do. And like man, it was so cool. Shout out to that place. Wrong Side 812, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it's called. Small venue. It's on the border of Jeffersonville, Indiana, and
you
Kentucky.
Remember it well.
Oh, dude, I will go back every chance I get.
Isn't that crazy? You had such a bad experience, and then just like you had no idea that like just 24 hours later.
Literally. Yeah.
Complete different. Like imagine if those like dates were reversed.
Oh yeah.
Like you wouldn't care about the bad date.
Right.
You're like whatever. Exactly. Like I had that good experience. Like maybe the next one's good. Like you never know. And isn't that just life, man?
Yeah.
Like you never know. Like if you have like a bad day, what the next day, like how good just the next day.
Yeah. For sure.
It's fine. It's gonna work out.
Everything's gonna level itself out at some point.
It does. And it gets better.
But yeah, man, that place was cool. The co-owner of that place is actually the drummer for Knock Loose.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that going there or booking it. I was just like, here's a small venue and they want to let me play music here. Cool. And then,
awesome.
Then I go there and I'm like, man, why is there, a drum head with Knock Loose on it? And I'm like, that's cool. And I asked about it and they're like, oh yeah, Kevin is actually the co-owner. He comes in here pretty often.
It's the drummers, man.
I'm like, huh.
Yeah, we were me and Dan were at this bar in Nashville, and it's like this speakeasy.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And it was the drummer from A Rocket to the Moon. It was his bar.
Oh, really?
Or he was like part owner or something. Like, why are these drummers owning bars? This is the coolest.
Hey, do it while you can,
Right?
I mean, do you think Knock Loose is going to be playing songs in their 60s?
Maybe.
That would be pretty cool. I'd go. I'd be two-stepping to Knock Loose whenever I'm 60.
Absolutely. So you have 2 official members in the new band?
Yeah. Sorry, I got.
No, it was a good sidetrack for sure. Please.
So I met J-Mo. His name is Jameson. We all call him J-Mo.
It's pronounced Jamo.
Yeah. But I actually jammed with him from whenever I first moved. He was
cool.
He was the drummer. Like, man, I'll be honest, I'm in 12 bands. Like, I can't commit. And we just kind of jammed together a couple of times, and I was like, hey, I really want to get something to get going. And he was like, well, I like the music, so yeah.
Cool.
As long as you're cool with like me playing with other bands, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then I made this sounds nuts. I made a post on Craigslist.
As one does.
And I was like, looking for bass player, and like, I don't know how long it was, but I get a message back from this person named Grayson. And I was like, yeah, dude, let's get together. And worked out perfect. And so with that, we were still the Zach McFadden band or whatever, and then, excuse me.
It's the beers.
Yeah.
I've been slowly burping too.
We've been we chose a good one to talk with,
Yeah. Dude,
burping.
This might be my favorite pick so far. This is great.
But anyway,
speaking of which, I'm going to take another one. You need one?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
Going alone.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yes,
Man.
sir. So this is the bass player?
Yeah, so Grayson, he moved here from Iowa, not to join the band, but like I think he came here January 3rd. He moved here.
Oh dang.
Joined the band like January 6th.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Something crazy. But yeah, no, we were just at practice one day and I was like, "Hey man, like I want to record, I want to do these things, like I want to get merch set up and everything." And I was like, "I kind of want a band name." They're like, "Yeah, we kind of want a band name too." And I was like, "Yeah, no, like, let's make something more personable for all of us." Because, like, I've been in bands where it's like, well, this isn't my band. This is so-and-so's band. Like, I don't want that to be the vibe. I want, like, a collective thing. And so we were able to work it out and get a cool band name going. And I mentioned Groves because I thought it sounded cool. And, and it stuck.
It's stuck.
Yeah. There was some cool goofy names though. Like there was
better than my band names, man.
I don't know. We had like 1000% like Dick Bleed was an option and I was like
solid.
I was like, we can't do that, dude.
Rachel almost named our band the Chocolate Covered Strawberries, and we were
that sounds kind of cool.
We were struggling so bad with the band name, like we almost said like screw it. Then we're like, no, we can't do that.
How did you guys get the name?
We really struggled with it. My last band.
Because it's like spelled different too, right?
No, it's spelled like you would see it at Target on a floor mat. It's very middle-aged white lady.
I was thinking maybe like the Wild was like WLD.
Yeah, Wild Stallions, baby. Yeah, no, not like that. Just we couldn't land on something. We went with. We were almost Nightlight, and we were gonna spell that one different.
Yeah,
like NITELITE.
You got to
Nightlight. Chocolate Covered Strawberries was Rachel's vote. We were almost, from our manager at the time, Karaoke Kids.
Ooh.
He was very adamant about Karaoke Kids. That's cool. What's that?
Dare I say it?
What's that?
Glad you didn't pick that one.
Thank you. We were like, we can't be, because the way I was like, if this does take off, I can't be in my 40s being like, we're the Karaoke Kids. It's like so Kids Bop. Like, no.
Yeah.
The one we were very close to was Ready, Set, Go.
Yeah.
That sounded cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I like that.
I was like, Ready, Set, Go. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then it reminded me too much of the Ready, Set.
Yeah.
And Okay, Go.
Yeah.
So like, no. I brought up A Rocket to the Moon earlier. Their second record was called Wild and Free.
Oh, cool.
And Dan Kearns and I love that band. Like, especially their first record, On Your Side. Like, we loved A Rocket to the Moon. And we're just trying to think of something slightly different or whatever. And then I think I just got it from that band. And I was like, how about we're the Wild and Free? And I called Dan. I was like, I think I got her name. And he liked it. And it just...
Cool.
That's how we got that one.
Yeah.
So
what about Captains?
Captains Courageous was I got that band name back in like high school. I would like write it in my notebooks.
Nice. Yeah.
I was like in a high school band called Interstate.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna do a solo. It was gonna be a solo project.
Nice.
And it was Captains Courageous, and it's from an old black and white movie.
Nice.
It might be 39. I forget the date, but it's starring Spencer Tracy and Lionel Barrymore, who you like A Wonderful Life, the guy in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
He's a sea captain in that movie. And it's about a a spoiled, like, rich brat who's, like, on a yacht and he
Yeah.
drinks too many milkshakes.
Nice.
And he, as one does on the yacht. And he goes overboard and he gets picked up by an old, like, fishing schooner. So he learns to, long story short, like, go from a bratty boy to, like, a man. And learns to, like, fish. And, like, he finishes, like, the whole fishing season on this boat. And grows up.
Nice.
And it's a really good movie. Black and white, all that stuff, and it's called Captain's Courageous. My uncle gave it to me, and I just thought it was a weird name.
Yeah.
Because I thought it should be Captain Courageous.
Yeah.
Like a superhero.
Right.
But the Captain's Courageous, like that sounds weird, but it has a cool ring to it. It was 2 C's and ends in 2 S's.
Yeah.
I was like, that's unique. So I was like, let's go with
That's
that.
it.
And everyone went with it. So
For sure.
it's from a movie or a book.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote the book is the same guy who did the Jungle Book. Coupling? His name's escaping me.
You need like a Jamie. Yeah.
I keep wanting to make that joke. Pull it up, Jamie. Rudyard Kipling. Done.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember names. Yeah, so those are my band name stories.
We similar thing to like the karaoke kids.
Karaoke kids, get it right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I had to pay you back for the last name.
I feel so bad.
No, the first band I was in, the Yesterdays,
That's a cool name.
we were
Very Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even register. So like
The Oneaters.
Obviously like the Beatles, always have, but like I used to get so many messages being like,
The Beatles?
"Hey, yeah, you got a Beatles tribute band?" I'm like, "No, go listen to our Bandcamp link." Like,
Sure.
But anyway, our bass player at the time, he was like, "Yesterday Kids," and I was like, "No." I was like, hey, "We can keep the Yesterdays part. Like, let's put like yesterday in front of it and then ass."
Yeah, it's cleaner.
We were trying to think of so many. I hate choosing names for stuff.
It's the worst.
Yeah, because you can't just like. It's not like a title for a song where it's like, all right, I'm gonna write another song. You know what I mean?
You gotta live with it.
Yeah, you're like, this is your brand.
I'll say this as a father of 3, it is harder to name a band than it is a kid.
I could see that. I could see that, dude.
It's way harder. Like it's I don't know, probably because your ego's in it too much.
Yeah. I do kind of want like a side project though with like just a random name like Jeff. You know what I mean? Like I want
This is my side project, Jeff. That's actually hilarious.
Like I don't know.
FA.
Like, yeah, just like or you know, I feel like if you say Jimmy, it's too close to like Jimmy Eat World or whatever. But like,
yeah, he's got a monopoly on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Freaking Jimmy.
Which
How good's Jimmy Eat World?
yeah, the sweetness.
Dude,
Every time I hear that, oh man, what was it like? NHL 04, like the video game you ever played?
I played NHL 94.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you know, right?
On the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Eat World's pretty stellar. Obviously, their new record. They came out like right around 2020. They had a song called 555.
I haven't.
Dude, check out the music video for 555 by Jimmy Eat World. He looks like a Bill and Ted villain.
Nice.
It's so weird,
That's cool.
but it's great. It's great. I think it's called 555. I'm pretty sure. It's got a weird title like that, but it's like kind of just, I don't know. It's not a Jimmy Eat World song. It's very slow. Techno's the wrong word for it, but it's good.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out. I haven't listened to Jimmy Eat World. I mean, besides like, oh man, I haven't heard the Sweetness in forever.
Sweetness is good. What's the other one from that record that I love? Crimson and Clover is like the hook. It's gosh darn it. Pull it up, Jamie. I don't want to keep looking at my phone.
No, you're good.
This is gonna bug me though. It's from that record. The Bleed American. A Praise Chorus. It's my favorite song from that record. So good.
Oh, I need to revisit. I think on the drive home, I got 30 minutes to drive home, so I'll throw the album on.
Bleed American's amazing. Is Hear You Me on that record?
I have no idea.
I believe it is Hear You Me. To go full circle, talking about crying.
Oh,
To get totally personal, that's my cry song.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I've maybe told 2 humans that.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's gonna be on the internet forever. Hear You Me, Jimmy Eat World. That is the jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the goal for this. It was like
to talk about crying.
Yeah, talk about crying, and more specifically, get you to talk about crying.
Yeah.
To all your fans.
Totally. Yeah, that song, in particular, it's I don't know what it's about. But my mom had a miscarriage.
Oh, shit.
When I was like 11.
Sorry to hear that.
So like I thought like so his name's Matthew. So you think about that sibling you never had.
Oh man.
And there's a line in that song when he gets to the bridge. It's a really pretty like acoustic song. As he ends the bridge, he says, "A heart so big, God wouldn't let it live." And then it follows up with the chorus, "May angels lead you in."
Yeah. Man.
And I'm just like, just like it
Dude.
freaking wrecks me every time. So,
you got the heat on in here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you got super personal early on, so I gotta bring it back. But yeah, it's just like
I'm sorry to hear that though, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just those things that stick with you.
Yeah, life's weird. Huh?
It's weird that way, right?
Like, man, just life is forever mystery,
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like just being, hey, things will get better eventually.
Be grateful.
Yeah, being grateful and like just choosing to be happy. You know what I mean? And like, because similar situations like that, like
totally,
like dude, like that would wreck.
It
so
sucked.
many people, and like it.
And I was a kid. Like I can't
Right.
imagine, like going through anything like that.
Right.
Like I went through like a very mild version of it, and it still sucked.
Yeah, yeah. For sure. Like, and I can't my mom had a couple miscarriages before me, and then like I actually had a niece that she only lived until she was like 9 months old.
Oh my gosh.
And like,
oh jeez.
And yeah, dude. So I always feel for people that like have miscarriages and like just anything like that. Like
yeah.
And it just makes you wonder. It's like, dude, like as if life can't be shitty enough sometimes. Like
it goes back to us having it so good.
Right.
We have
for
it.
Sure.
Like the theme of this podcast is like, I can play guitar. Why am I not famous?
Yeah.
It's like we don't have problems. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like,
no.
You got a good girl.
Exactly.
Got some
dude.
food. Got some beers. Like we're good.
Absolutely.
We talked about Jimmy Eat World 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is what I cry to.
This has been a good podcast, man. Like, these are the podcasts I love listening to.
Hey.
Because you never know what's going to be on there.
It's that. It's like I definitely want to keep it open-ended like that for sure. What I want, like the, whatever you want to call it, theme or overall arching idea of the podcast to be, is like talk to creatives who are either doing it full-time, like if you're in a full-time rock band, awesome. But more importantly, if you're like striving to do that, and you're working a 9 to 5,
right,
and you're trying to make your dreams come true. Like I want to talk to like that dude, like yourself. Like you're striving for something bigger, and you're trying to like make your life happen. And like what can I learn from you? Like what's making you tick, and what makes you want to strive for that goal? And something I've been doing with every guest, and I don't want it to become like too rehearsed or too much pressure, but like you're 26, you are you self-funded your own tour, like you have your new band, which by the way we listened to Sunday today with my daughter. We were driving to the grocery store and we put on your music. It's solid.
Yeah,
it's great.
It was recorded on like an interface that looked like this.
Did you record it yourself?
Yeah, I recorded it myself, and then I sent it over to my buddy Rusty. He lives in Florida.
It sounds solid.
Yeah, thanks, man.
The guitars are the opening riffs to both the songs were really good, and especially Sunday, like that song was really really nice.
Yeah,
and it passed the 5-year-old test where dude, she can be brutal. And I asked her, what do you think? She goes, I like it. And I was like, all right. So I got her stamp of approval.
That's awesome.
Super prestigious.
Yeah.
Feel proud. But for real, like she did dig it. And there's a lot of times I'll play like some of my favorite bands. And she'll be like, turn this off. But
not Zach.
Not Zach.
What do you call my last name?
McFadden. McFadden, that fake name. She liked both the songs. And what I'm getting at is, even though you have goals and aspirations, all that stuff, like what would you tell that younger version of you or someone? Okay, put it this way. You were very flattering earlier on where you're like, man, like when I was talking to you and having that beer, like I felt like I was talking to someone who made it.
Yeah.
My perspective is I felt like I was just trying to make something happen. I felt like a failure, all that stuff.
Right.
Just I felt exactly like you did, you know? So I'm sure there's someone out there who you want to be more successful, who would kill to be in a position where this guy has songs on Spotify and he's self-funding his own tour and he's in it, you know? Like what advice would you give to that person who's just trying to do what you're doing?
Like, try not to take it so seriously. Like that would be like if I was talking to myself, like when I was younger, it was always about the next step. Like, oh, I got to act a certain way in front of these people to look more professional or to look like I made it, you know? And I think it took away from the fun of it. And like now I'm in this position where I'm genuinely happy with what I'm doing. And like, how freaking cool is it that I get to play a show where I'm playing my music? You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting paid. Like, you guys are coming to my show and like enjoying yourselves, having a beer to a song that I wrote in my bedroom. You know what I mean? About a really shitty breakup or, you know, or a really awesome moment, you know, like it's just a cool vibe. So like, I just try not to take it so seriously anymore and like realize that like, hey, if I'm meant to be here, like professionally, you know, which I feel like I do it professionally, but like on a more of a full-time, you know, realm, like if I'm truly meant for that, like it's going to happen. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep putting money into this thing that I love to do. I'm never not going to play music. And if it happens to where, hey, I can quit my full-time job and I can be on the road, I ain't got to book shows anymore and like get the record deal and like all that good stuff, like cool. But like at the same time, I'm very happy with where I'm at. And it took years to realize that, you know? And like, I think that's the key though, is just being grounded and like realizing that like myself 3 years ago wanted to be exactly where I'm at right now. And like instead of worrying about the next step, be in the moment and like loving yourself and loving what you're doing and just being cool to hang out with and having a beer with. I want to be like you. You know what I mean?
Don't end it like that. You're doing so good.
No, I had to throw a joke in there, but
you got hey, that was beautiful. Come on.
Cheers, man.
Absolutely. Well done.
Thank you for having me on here.
Thanks for coming on. Are you kidding? Like that was I love that advice.
Yeah.
The right off the bat, you hit the don't take it so seriously. And I don't think you meant like I don't take my music seriously or like I don't think you're approaching anything super casually, but just like this isn't life or death.
Exactly. Yeah.
Keep it fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like
keep it fun, keep it light. That's so key, and we all lose sight of that, you know.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
And then you hit on a big one. Like I hit you with the cheesy like you can have anything you want in 5 years as long as you know what it is, which I think is actually true.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you said like me 3 years ago would kill.
Yeah, absolutely.
To where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Like look, that's so powerful. Dude. Like so if you believe that, going back to the 5-year plan, where could you be at when you're just 31?
Right.
You would still in 5 years from now, you would be 2 years younger than I am right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy.
Right? You can have an unfinished basement just like me one
Hell
day.
yeah. That's goals, man.
That's goals.
I want like a South City townhouse with a bar in the basement.
So like to that point, like if you're happy now, which you've said so many times, which is amazing. Imagine just like if you slowly start working towards those things you want, like it's so achievable.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
know, and then you're there. So I really love that approach. That not nonchalant's the wrong word, but the keep it fun, keep it relaxed, and yeah.
And I think that's the goal for this year is just staying true to self and like just continuing to have fun. And like obviously I want that if it's 1%, if it's 100% of growth in the next year, I'm gonna be happy with. Like I have no expectations of where I want to be next year. I have no expectations of what I want to accomplish necessarily. I have little goals. You know what I mean? Like I would like to go on another run. That is one thing for sure that I want to do this year. I want to release our EP. I want to build Groves merch. Those are my 3 goals for the year.
Not to get super preachy.
Yeah.
Have you wrote them down?
I have self goals. I have like being grounded, confidence, stuff like that written down.
And only to put you on the spot, I've just recently started journaling. Yeah. Which is like, my wife makes fun of me. It's kind of silly.
Is it beneficial? Like,
dude,
for you?
it's I think too much. So to like have a journal, and it's not like a daily like dear journal, like a diary type thing, but it's very much like I break it up into sections like work, play, family, you know, spirituality, like God, and like music or whatever like the pillars of you are. Right. Like I divide it up that way. So whatever I'm thinking, usually it'll go in one of those pillars. And at the back of the journal, I'll write down my yearly goals.
Oh, I gotcha.
And dude, just the mere fact, like you just said, like 3 big ones of just like writing it down and then just looking at them at the end of the day. There's some study, there's some science to it. Like if you write it down, the odds of it happening like just go through the roof.
Right.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But just like those, like I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, do that.
Me and my partner, we at the first of the year, we wrote down just 3 goals that we wanted to accomplish for
together,
self.
or
like not necessarily individually.
But
we just like did it together.
Smart.
And then we got it on the fridge. So
that's okay. That's huge.
So we look
that's
at it
huge. That goes back to Atomic Habits. James Clear. Like he talks about, it's this book about, I don't know, like how to like better yourself with habits and stuff. But that's a big one. It's like make it visual. Make it easy. So like the fact that you wrote it down and it's at a spot that you see every day. Dude, like those goals are for sure gonna happen. Doing something so simple.
And I want to keep my goals simple because, you know, that way I can achieve them. You know, I want to
make
be
it
successful.
doable.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like. So I think I can be confident in myself for a year. You know what I mean? I think I can be grounded. You know what I mean? And like I feel like I can be true to myself. Like
absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, I've said it a million times, but it's been a huge help having, you know, Court in my life, and like she is a rock. I mean, like she's just super cool, and she knows all the right things to say, and like she just. I don't know how to explain. She's greatness whenever I'm not, you know what I mean? But like she's really helped me out with like the whole mental health thing because, you know, for, you know, a man to like really show their emotions or like talk about mental health is like especially like from where I'm from, like good old boys, big trucks. Farm workers, like no, we don't do that.
Mm-mm.
So I am not like that. That's one of the reasons why I moved to St. Louis, you know? And I just, man, I want to love myself to the fullest thing. And like when I'm really excited, I'm going to throw this little teaser in the EP.
Yeah, please.
That Groves is releasing. It's going to be a 2-parter. It's going to be 5 band full tracks on the self-titled EP, but later this summer, I'm going to record and release 2, maybe 3, just a little single thing, acoustic stuff. And
oh, cool!
I've never written songs about how I feel about myself. It's like a love song to myself. So I wanted to do that. It was one of the things I wanted to accomplish like last year, and I wrote really 2 awesome, powerful songs that like to me are very like true to myself, and I'm so excited about like these songs, and yeah, kind of makes me a little emotional talking about it. But like the first song that I'm really excited for is called Reflection, and like man, it has a lot of stuff about how I view myself, and sometimes it's not good, like, and I'm just super stoked for the EP release. I'm really stoked for these acoustic songs, and I'm just really excited for growth, and like more growth and more and more. And even if it doesn't look like a whole lot to the naked eye, like it feels so powerful to me.
It means a lot to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what like this is the very beginning of like podcasting, whatever, and like I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we would ever sit down and even if we went to a bar and had a couple beers, it's like we're going to that next level, like very easily to like open up and discuss stuff, and like everything you just said like sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And I love that you're not like, I hope I hit 100,000 streams on Spotify or
that'd be cool. Don't get me wrong.
It'd be cool, but that's not the goal.
Right.
Like again, like I've been reading all these books, and like whatever you're getting at, it's just like if you ever like start with like the goal, you're just setting yourself up for failure. But if you start with like a very authentic, like passionate, like why am I even doing this?
Right.
And you feel like, at least in this little talk, like I feel like you're very channeling, like I'm just doing this because I have something that I want to say for myself.
Right, yeah.
And I don't feel like a lot of artists are doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
And like, of course, I'm a ton of people. I'm sure a lot of people are getting their true emotions out. I don't mean that sounds snarky, but I feel like it's easy to get caught up in, is this going to be commercially liked?
Yeah.
Is this hooky enough?
Right.
Is this line going to appeal to everybody? Yeah. And you're like, I wrote a song for myself, and it's going to relate to just me.
Yeah.
And if I release that and record it for just myself, like I'll feel like I won the year.
Right.
And I think that's a big deal.
Yeah. Actually, how I got the idea was like, so one of my top artists right now is let me rephrase. Their name is Nick Carpenter, but they go under Medium Build is like the name of the group. And I was watching this podcast interview thing or whatever, and they were talking about this song called Beach Chair, and I didn't know anything about it. I thought like, oh, it's just another song,
Sure.
But like they were describing it as like a love song to themselves, and I was like, yo, that's awesome.
Cool.
That's like, I've never done that. Like, it's always about the other person that you're in love with. But like, I actually love myself now. You know what I mean? Like, I want to write myself a damn song. You know what I mean? Like,
that's huge.
Yeah. And like, so I took that idea and was like, man, I'm gonna write something cool. And just it flowed. Like, I have 2 songs that like, I mean, I don't know if anybody else would like them, but I sure as hell do. And man, they're powerful,
The fact that you like it, someone else will resonate. It's like, you ever listen to like Rick Rubin?
Yeah.
You feel like you're very Rick Rubin-esque. He's like, whenever you're making music, it's like, never think about the audience. Never think,
And that's hard to do.
It's hard to do, but like, I feel like you're doing a really good job with it of just like, I like this idea and I'm going to follow it through. I don't care who's going to dig it. Like, I like it.
Right. For sure.
And that makes much better music.
Yeah. No, I agree.
For sure. Like this EP that I'm releasing later this year with a buddy of mine, he's 4 years sober. And that's all he wanted to, or that's like the theme of the EP is just like, he wants to write about these experiences, and we're not Blink-182, we're not whatever, X big band where it's not going to find a large audience, but that was never the goal. Like, of course we'd like it.
Right, for sure, yeah.
But of course we're trying to make it hooky and all this stuff, but like at the end of the day, like we want it to be like, he wanted every line to have like the most meaning towards the overall theme of this 5-song EP that we're writing solely for us.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But in doing that, like you inevitably make better music, you know? Cause like people can smell bullshit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know? So you write in a very authentic space or an idea for yourself, like someone is going to connect to that.
Yeah.
And to go back to Kevin Gates from the first episode, like I love what he said, like when you write and record music and you do put it out into the world, like it is going to be someone's, maybe not their favorite song, but it is going to mean a lot to somebody.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So like, even though like you don't have, like maybe we don't have these, we're not going to sell out arenas or play a halftime show.
Right. Yeah.
But like it could really land for somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like you're doing that.
Yeah.
And that's
sure.
important.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, most of the most memorable songs for me and bands and artists and albums have been something that I can relate to. And I think that's the reason why I write the music that I do.
Sure.
It's more, about it's rom-coms, baby.
It's rom-coms, man.
But like
we got way touchy-feely on this.
I know.
I was not expecting this.
I know, me neither. I thought we were just going to be like talk about Groves, talk about the podcast.
I thought I was going to talk to Zach McFadden today.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
No, you talked to Zach McFadden.
I talked to Zach McFadden, and this dude, he's got heart.
Yeah, I love so hard.
Dude.
I love so hard. No, I love personable stuff, and I love feeling, I think that's the greatest thing that we can do as humans is feel. And like,
let's get deep.
Yeah. Why not? We're already here.
Let's have 9 more beers.
Yeah.
That's what I always loved about concerts. It's like you listen to the record and then you would hear it live, and you can kind of reach a state of like you would really feel it.
Yeah. Like,
it would really mean something. And like, gosh, that's another reason I really wanted to make it. It's like, I know how I felt at concerts, and I so deeply wanted to like give that
right
to some audience member, if that makes sense. Like,
no,
like
for sure.
Something that like you could just feel it, and then like going back to like not being like a jerk. Like, so if I could like write a song, and some 14-year-old like loved it, and then they hypothetically like talked to me after the show, and I could just be nice to them.
Yeah, or give them a guitar pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be the nicest rock star ever.
I remember being like,
so lame.
I forget how old I was. I think I was like maybe 16 or 17. And I went and saw a show at the pageant. And,
the pageant, baby.
We were sitting on like...
What was the band?
It was a band was called Blackberry Smoke.
Yeah.
You like them?
Yeah, my uncle loves them.
Yeah.
In Paul's Hole, baby.
Yeah. You want to talk about like a true testament to like never giving up, that band.
Yeah.
They didn't start really like cooking until they were in their mid-40s.
Sure.
Anyway, sidetracked. But yeah, we went and saw them, and we were sitting like on like the side of the pageant, where you're kind of by the stage, like you're in between like the stage and like the walkway to get to the floor.
I know what you're talking about.
And one of the guitar players like saw us, and he threw us a guitar pick.
The best.
And I caught it, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do this so bad.
It's the best.
I want to throw a guitar pick whenever I'm playing.
Right.
And like, but I'll settle for just like. Not even settle.
We're just crying and be like, man, if we were rock stars, we'd be so good. This is getting sad. No, but like, it's just at the end of the day, man, like you're still writing music.
Absolutely.
You know, like you're loving it, and you're getting more in tune with like what you want to do, and it kind of goes back to like picture X rock star. Like how many people like still struggle with like happiness or drugs or alcohol, whatever it is. It's like success is obviously not the answer.
Right. Yeah.
So if you were to make it, whatever you're feeling, you would feel the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Imagine if you made it.
Yeah.
Your wildest dreams, and you feel worse than you do right now.
Yeah.
Where do you go from that space?
Right.
You're screwed. You're absolutely screwed then.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like. So I'm a big follower of like hockey. And like, they're talking about, like some of these first round overall picks, like these guys are getting thrown into like the league, and like even with bands, like I mean, like Justin Bieber, like he was famous at what, 14, younger?
God bless him.
And like, I mean, you know, I couldn't imagine having that level of responsibility one now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And making that much money and like feeling like the pressure that, you know, people do. Like I like the fact that I can take 3 months off. If I had some like right. Dude in my ear like barking orders saying like,
I was just thinking about this. Like I and again, I know I'm probably coming across jaded because like I wanted nothing more than to become a musician.
yeah,
But like I'm doing like I film a lot of weddings now, and I shoot music videos, and all those are great. You know, so I'll shoot, you know, let's say 2 to 4 times a month for a wedding or a shoot or whatever.
yeah,
And then there's a lot of editing involved. But let's say I look at my calendar and I see 5 dates, 5 shoots. I'm like, that's a lot.
yeah.
That's a lot of work. If I was in a professional touring band and you had like half your month booked off in multiple different states, like that sounds exhausting.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Like,
I don't know.
No,
I don't even want to be famous, dude.
No, reverse psychology, you know?
I don't even want it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not famous, dude.
Dude, what I'm trying to say is my life right now is way better than if I were a rock star.
Listen,
That's all I'm saying.
all I'm saying is, well, you know it, dude. Like, man,
Oh, it's sad.
like, so, the grind is real whenever it comes to it. So, like, I mean, like,
Yeah.
when I was sleeping in that Love's parking lot in my Hyundai Elantra, like,
Sure.
I was like, dude, is this what it is? Like, I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe that sounds bad, like for, you know, somebody that's inspiring. It was still the greatest time of my life. I would do it a million times over. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's ebb and flows, I guess. Like, sleeping in a van kind of sucks though. Like,
yeah. It's probably obviously easier if it's all working.
right? Yeah.
You could probably eat more shit if
Yeah.
you have a number one,
Yeah, exactly.
or there's
Right,
some
right,
money
right.
coming in, or if you just love it. You know, I think it goes back to like, what do you want out of it?
Right.
You know, and for me, it's like I love recording the music. If I can still do that, I can find peace in that. You know, you love like playing shows,
Mhm.
and if you can still like do that occasionally, that's huge.
Right.
And even recognizing like there's a lot of power in going like you said, like I was sleeping in my car, I was going for it, it was fun. Ultimately, not for me.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely do it again.
Sure.
Like, I loved it, but it
There you go.
sucked. You know, like
there's joy in the misery.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
Fall Out Boy once said.
Now, if I was 40 years old
Yeah.
and I had kids, I had a family, and like
Sure.
had all the things, like, dude, no, I'm not. I'll go play in a cover band that plays at the same bar once a week.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But like the grind is fun at times, but like that's what I love about DIY stuff, is I
Mhm.
can choose my own schedule. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I can go on a 5-show run and then come home and then not do anything for 2 months. I can go play 2 shows a month. I can take 3 months off if I want. I don't have to worry about a contract or, you know, some guy.
Do your own thing.
Yeah, I mean, as much as that sounds nice, I've really kind of changed my view on it a little bit, just because social media is as good as it is now. And like,
Yeah.
I'm putting my stuff on Spotify now. I don't need a record label to put stuff out. You know, obviously
You can do it all yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
But I mean, does it help? Yeah, for sure. Obviously, but
Maybe
I
because
don't know.
they're just a bank. So
Yeah.
if you could just find the way to finance it and just
Yeah.
do it yourself, and because no one knows the answer,
right, yeah,
you know, like no one knows the secret sauce to make a song hit
right,
or whatever. I don't care who you're working with or what label you sign with. No one knows how to make anyone pop off.
yeah,
The only real answer I found to get big success faster is to have lots of money.
yeah,
Legitimately.
Yeah.
To have tons and tons of money. because we were talking to this producer, and I'm like, how did this band do it? And like, oh, their dad owned casinos.
Yeah.
And they had millions of dollars, and they just pumped money on them. Like, which was so heartbreaking. And not that that's every band.
Right.
You know, but like that is a path. Like, just throw money at you, you know? So like, I don't know.
Yeah. And especially now, dude, like, I feel like a lot of it is ran off. I mean, the whole world is ran off that, you know, and the next big thing is also the most marketable thing.
Yeah,
so, like,
possibly, yeah.
If you're willing to, you know, for your trial run, if you want to see if it works, if you give us, here's the bill, dude.
Yeah,
and
screw that.
If you don't make it, then this is how much you owe us, kind of thing.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Make the music you like. Stay in control. Do it the best you can. Enjoy the process.
Exactly.
Love where you're at right now, and then just try to get 1% better tomorrow.
Absolutely, every day.
That's it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, that's it right there.
That's it. I think on that note, dude, again, thanks for making the drive out here and doing this. This was fun.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Like, I saw that you were starting to do podcasts, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get on that.
Yeah, I can't remember if I reached out or if you reached out, but
I definitely reached out. As soon as
okay.
I saw 0.2 seconds of a clip, and I was like,
can I get on? But no, this has been great. This is a lot of fun. I don't. Sure. I'm cutting us off because it's 10:30. We started around 8ish, and I know I got about 2.5 hours on the card. I don't know. Yeah. I hope we're still filming. So,
if not, it'll be all right.
Yeah, I could keep going, but I want to make sure we have stuff.
No,
so.
I think this is a good time. I mean, it's a
school
night.
It's a school night.
I think
Thursday nights are kind of the night.
We talked about rom-coms, music. We almost cried.
Like, we talked to, we have had some beers. This is good. This
is top tier podcast. Like, this is gonna be number one on everyone's.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, man, I have 26 subscribers. I don't want to brag, but the audience is quite large.
Hell yeah.
But even that, man, it's been a lot of fun. This I'm just like dipping my toes in, but like even just like this conversation alone has made even trying to do this completely worth it. Yeah. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, same. Likewise, man.
Thank you for coming out and doing this, and thanks for making me have an excuse to buy a bunch of Busch Beer.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, you enjoy, man.
Let's do it. All right. Let's call it.
Cool.
All right. Oh, it always feels weird.